This is We All Be, news-free Dixie for the 21st century. See how it works? Somewhere. Can you dig it?
Pretty cool thing. If you were here last year, we talked to you about Memphis music and the importance of this week, if you will. But that was a tune by Duke Ellington called Coco. And now we're about to play a tune by George Gershwin called Summertime for Porgy and Bess. We have a few people that are featured on this song as well. We'll have Elise Jordan on trumpet, and we'll have Ray Allen on saxophone. We'll have William Taffa on the Barry sax, and then for sure you'll hear our vocalist, Miss Samaya Yancey, singing on this. This is Summertime.
That's interesting. Good luck.
We have one more for you, and you'll hear how this is all connected here in a second. Thank you guys for being such a great audience. The reason why we're here, Brother Ronald right here, he's going to tell you guys a little bit about it. But Jimmie Lunceford is who we're here for, and this is a piece by Jimmie Lunceford called Rhythm is Our Business. And on this soon, we're going to feature a few people as well. We'll have A.L.L again on the saxophone. We'll have Mr. Mateo Sievers on the tenor sax. We'll have Miss Elise Jordan on the trumpet again. We'll have Mr. Kobe Mason on the trumpet as well. And we're going to have Mr. William Booker on the drums. We're going to have Miss Lisbeth Morales on the bass. And last but certainly not least, we also have a vocalist on this tune as well. And this guy got this piece yesterday. And watch how well he sings this. Mr. Cameron Johnson, come on up.
Yeah. Oh my God.
All right, thank y'all. Give yourselves a round of applause for coming out here, bearing witness. I got to give it up to Maestro Brandon Doggy and the Jazz Orchestra of Overton High School. Give it up to them. Great job. I guess it's my turn to share. I want to thank you all for being here. I know it might be mandatory or whatever, but I hope you got something from this experience, because what you just saw was from 1936, the Jimmie Lunceford Orchestra, probably the greatest swing band of all time, of that era, period. They were bigger than Duke Ellington and Count Basie, Cab Calloway, all those guys. The great Glenn Miller, who was a swing band legend himself. He was like Larry Bird to Jimmie Lunceford's Magic Johnson. He said that Lunceford was the best of all bands. Duke is great, Count is remarkable, but Lunceford tops them both. And you can see just from that 10-minute clip what was in store for you at one of his dance events, which would sometimes have tens of thousands of dancers at these events. And I just want to say something. A lot of these great stories have very humble beginnings, because Mr. Lunceford was actually a band director in Memphis back in the 1920s. He volunteered as a band director at Manassas High School, the Manassas High School in North Memphis. And he went to school to be a social worker at Fisk University, but he was very passionate about music. He was a music prodigy. He could basically play any instrument he laid his hands on. And also he was a phenomenal athlete. He excelled at track, boxing, basketball, baseball, all that stuff, football. So when he came to Memphis to teach, he was hired as anything but the music director. But he had ambitions beyond the classroom. He wanted to start a band. He did so with some of his best high school students. He is credited as being the first person in the history of the world to teach jazz studies in a formal educational setting. And he did that with young black boys and girls in North Memphis back in the 20s. So that's very incredible. You think about all the stuff, you think about jazz and all that stuff that comes out of that. But he saw music not only as a means of entertainment, but to help young boys and girls become responsible adults. He wanted them trained on about how to succeed in life, how to be disciplined, things of that nature, and he did it through the music. So in 1930, he left Memphis with his best high school students and some of his music buddies from Fisk to chase their dreams. They struggled a lot, but 4 years, about 1934, there was the house band at the Cotton Club up in New York City, the legendary Cotton Club, after Duke Ellington and Cab Calloway, all those guys. And also they were the #1 attraction for a whole decade at the Apollo Theater. How many of y'all know about Apollo Theater? Showtime at the Apollo, a lot of legends. But this was the #1 attraction for a whole decade. And he was the band of choice for black people in America. People love to dance. They dance off of that. He had a very distinctive sound. And they used to be known as the Harlem Express because they were the #1 band of choice for black people. Matter of fact, a lot of great legendary musicians like Miles Davis and Quincy Jones, Jimmie Lunceford was their childhood hero, music hero. And also he owned and flew his own airplanes at a time. This country was not very welcoming to black people knowing how to fly an airplane, let alone own an airplane. This man owned his own airplane during the Great Depression. In today's money, it probably costs $500,000 on one of these airplanes. And he would fly sometimes to gigs. He had his own pilot license and everything. So he would fly around the country going to gigs in his airplane. This is back in the 40s. This is interesting. His wife also knew how to fly airplanes. His wife was an English teacher at Booker T. Washington at one point, Crystal Tully Lunceford. And they both went to Fisk University together. What I think is very telling about Jimmie Lunceford was that he was very much into investing in community, investing into young people, because he would come back to Memphis, even though he was rich and famous, he would come back and do free concerts and musician clinics at Manassas High School. One of his super fans was a friend and JAZZNOCRACY, which is like a mentor of mine, the late great Emerson A.L.L Jr., who is the co-founder of the Southern Heritage Classic. How many people familiar with that? Getting back to Jimmie Lunceford, right? So he only flew on airplanes. He did a lot of things, put a lot of money and time into investing in young people, even after he became rich and famous. Getting back, like, why is he not as well known as he should be? It's because he died relatively young. He was just 45 years old when he became an instant star. And what allegedly happened was July 12, 1947, him and his band was up in Oregon, Seaside, Oregon, for a gig at the Bungalow. And they got into it allegedly with management at a local restaurant who refused to serve black people, supposedly. Never argue with people that fix your food, that's all I got to say. And so they wanted, I think hamburgers, whatever. Jimmie Lunceford said, this ain't the South. He was from Mississippi, he was born in Mississippi, but he was raised in Denver. He said, you can't know Jim Crow up in Oregon. But here's the thing about Oregon. Oregon became a state 2 years before the start of the American Civil War. In the state's constitution, it was written that black folks could not live on property or work in Oregon. This is the Pacific Northwest. This ain't Mississippi or Alabama. It's the Pacific Northwest, but like Malcolm X once said, anything south of Canada is Mississippi. So, you know, we'll find out. But anyway, allegedly the manager said, go ahead and serve these guys what they want. They didn't have hamburgers, they had roast beef sandwiches, allegedly. Jimmie was signing autographs and whatnot at the local music shop near the site of the gig, the Bungalow. He dropped dead when he was signing autographs right before his last gig. And to this day, there's controversy surrounding his death. A lot of people think he was food poisoned or murdered, was foul play involved. But rhythm is still his business, and I want to thank God for people like Maestro, Brendan Doggett, and the Overton Jazz Orchestra. Give it up for them. And you can actually visit